And hello everyone, this is Elliott Serrano for the Chicago's Red Eyes Geek To Me. And I'm here with David Marks of Avatar Press. For those of you who don't know who Avatar Press is a local publisher not far out of Chicago. You guys are based downstate, right? In
Mid-Illinois, right above Champaign-Urbana.
Right above Champaign-Urbana, hot college town, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Avatar is an independent publisher that has quite a few big names in comics working for them. So, David, could you walk us through, tell us what kind of folks do you have working for you folks at Avatar, and what kind of titles you have?
Well, over the past several years, we've really cornered a creator-owned market. Combined with that, we have no editorial restraints with some of the geniuses that we work with, such as Garth Ennis and Alan Moore and Warren Ellis. We just started work with Christos Gage, and we've done projects with Jamie Delano. So we're working with the top-tier people, and they love coming to us because we're paying them basically what Marvel and DC were paying them, but we're asking them to do what they want to do. And we don't ever restrict them. We tell them we have no editorial restraints, so we get some of the best products. We get some of their best, the best work that they're the most passionate about sometimes.
And you also have some really top-notch artists outside of writers. I mean, who are some of the artists that Avatar has helped discover and helped put in the spotlight in comics?
The backbone of our artists is Juan Jose Rip and Jason Burrows. We've been working with them for several years. Juan Jose Rip's worked on Black Summer. He's working on No Hero right now. Jason's working on Garth Ennis' Crossed right now. He's worked on several projects with Garth, as well as both of them have also worked with Alan. But outside of that, we basically search the globe for our artists. We have artists coming out of Italy, Gianluca Pagliano, who's absolutely beautiful. He's working on the new Wolfskin series. We have Felipe Massafera, who's a painter, who's doing an all-painted graphic novel by Alan Moore called Light of Thy Continents, which is coming out in January. Beautiful work, though. And we have artists from South America, from other parts of Europe. So, we try and basically look for people who don't get over to America, get to do conventions, and try and show their work to the world for them.
Now, Juan Jose Rip did Black Summer, as you mentioned. He's following up with No Hero. Let's say for those who haven't read Black Summer, No Hero, what are those books about?
They were both finite series. Well, Black Summer is finished. No Hero has just gone into its second issue. Number 2 will be in stores in a couple weeks now. They both analyze the superhero genre. Black Summer looked at how far do you bring justice, such as with the president. Is the president even held accountable for justice if there's an unfair war going on? So that analyzed a lot of the justice issue. How far do you bring your power? No Hero talks about the superhero themselves. How far do these people push themselves to become superheroes? I mean, will they literally give up being human, basically, to become superhuman?
And will we kind of get that answer in the book?
Well, that's to be told, but yeah. I think
spoiler alerts, right?
Yeah. Of course. I think Warren's very geniusly coming through the project right now. I mean, we're only, like I said, a 0 issue and a 1 issue so far, but I think people are seeing that he's not beating around the bush with this subject, and it's really a great book so far.
Another writer of note that you have working is Garth Ennis. Just started a new book called Crossed. Can you describe what that book's about?
Well, Garth probably put it best. He says it's the most twisted thing he's ever written so far. And Jason will agree. And the great thing is that both Jason and Garth are huge horror hounds, and this is Garth's first full-on horror series. It's an apocalyptic story that basically disease runs rampant throughout the world, and instead of zombies, we have people that are totally alive, totally conscious, but they're just driven to moral depravity. They want to come after you and torture you. They want to see you in pain. They want to make you fear them. So it's a lot more scary of a dynamic. There's a big shock value to it, but Garth's writing behind it all. I think people will see this as the series goes on. It's first tier. It's top tier.
A question I've always had, and this maybe you can say more to this on the publisher side. Cover prices seem to keep rising and rising with books, every year, and yet you guys are able to put out things like 0 issues that are only for $1. I mean, how is it that you guys are able to accomplish things that it seems like the larger publishers can't?
Well, on part of it's a promotional aspect. We know that a lot of Big 2 fans haven't read our stuff yet, and we're putting out stuff by the same creators that they love in their Marvel and DC books. So we realize that there has to be a way that we have to get these books into people's hands. So it's not something that we're making our money off of, but it's also for the stores. So hopefully both us and the stores can get this into people's hands. They read $1 issue and they say, hey, this independent is worth reading.
I agree. So what is the big event right now that Avatar's got planned for 2009?
We have 3 different series coming out from Alan Moore. The first one is Liar Thy Contents, which I mentioned is going to be painted completely by Felipe Massafer. We also have a follow-up to his Lovecraftian story, which Jason drew several years ago, about a year or 2 ago, called The Courtyard. The follow-up is going to be a story called Neonomicon. And then we have another one which we haven't released the name for yet. But so we have 3 books out by Alan. Of course, we have new stuff by Warren, and one series in particular which we haven't announced the release date or the name on. But we have a new series coming out by Warren Ellis. It's going to be one of his biggest books to date, definitely.
And another thing I guess we should mention is that Avatar is involved with the Freakangels webcomic, published online for free. How did that come about?
It was something that Warren wanted to do. He wanted to do a weekly serial in the line of his British writing predecessors. So, since he is our main writer and we respect everything in his vision, we offered to host this. We offered to put up all of the money for it up front. We are offering a printed collection for a lot of our most serious fans, and we've been very surprised at how many people have been pre-ordering the printed collection, which is out in November. And actually, something else I should note, Paul Duffield, the artist for Freakangels, he'll be doing his first American convention in November at Wizard World, Texas.
Hosted by Avatar?
Yes. Yeah, he'll be there courtesy of Avatar, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big stuff from a small company. So where can people learn more about Avatar Press?
AvatarPress.com. We also host a lot of Warren sites such as Freakangels.com, and it's a message board that's linked to it, which is Whitechapel. And all of the Red Eye, obviously.
It'll be there. It'll be there.
All of your press sites. We try and get out there, but if anybody ever wants to know any questions, feel free to go online and check us out. Send me an email. Our contacts are on the website. Go on the Whitechapel. You can hack in and put in a question. The Avatar staff always scan that board. I scan CBR's boards. So you put out the questions, we'll get it answered for you.
Awesome. My last question is it true that Alan Moore only communicates via mystic chant? I have a curse on me, and if I say yes or no, I'll turn to dust. Yeah. Okay, then we'll drop that last question. Thanks, David, for spending the time. Appreciate it. If you want to learn more about Avatar Press, you want to go to avatarpress.com. You'll also find the link to Avatar Press on the Geek To Me blog. Just look on the look on the right in the column under my favorite links, and you'll see it there. So this has been Elliott Serrano for the Chicago Red Eyes and Geek To Me. Thanks for joining us.